came up with the pick. Now the Bills start from the Dallas 46 as Taylor hands it off to Karlos Williams, and he gains 3.
And the location has just been a little bit off for Kellen Moore today. This is the first time that it's really hurt the Dallas Cowboys. It's on the back hip. Brice Butler goes to make a play, pops it up right to A.J. Tarpley for the interception. And that is, you know, you look at the reasons why Dallas is 4-10. Everybody wants to talk about Tony Romo, Des Bryant, the turnovers, the red zone performance. We saw that in the first half. There's a lot of reasons they're at 4-10 besides those injuries.
There's Taylor, and it's Lee again who comes up to make the tackle. And you talk about turnovers, that was number 28 committed by the Cowboys, third most in the league.
And they came in today minus 18, you know, the worst turnover ratio in the league. They were number 2 in red zone TD percentage last season. They're last this year. So yeah, they don't have their starting quarterback. They don't have their marquee receiver on the outside. But Jason Garrett and his team have not performed well in areas that they were very good in last season, which has really contributed to that.
Taylor on 3rd down and 8. Catch is made by Williams for Buffalo, first down, and then he loses the football. It's recovered by Brandon Carr. So the Bills give it right back, and now a flag is thrown at the end of the play.
Rex Ryan saying that Karlos Williams was down before the fumble. Replays rolling here at the stadium.
After the player is down on the interception, personal foul, late hit, number 79, Buffalo. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That ball sure looks like it's coming out before Karlos Williams' knee is on the ground. Brandon Carr with the recovery.
It's out.
Barry Church punching it out, coming from behind.
And then the personal foul committed by Jordan Mills. So for the Bills, it's their second turnover. So Buffalo could not capitalize on the Tarpley interception. Cowboys go back to work from their 39-yard line on first down. This is Turbin. Loses his footing and loses 2 yards.
Well, when you hear people talk about situational football, that's one of the areas right there. It's called sudden change, where your offense has a turnover, the defense has to go on the field. What a nice job by Dallas's defense in that sudden change situation of getting the ball right back to their offense. We'll see what the response of the Bills defense is here.
Second down and 13. Empty backfield for the Cowboys. Play clock winding down. Cowboys get the snap away. Moore to the outside. The catch is made by Williams. Terrence Williams out to the 46. Gain of 10. McKelvin the tackle. 3rd down and 3.
Now we've seen the field. It's been a little slick. We've seen a couple of guys slipping here on their breaks. So Terrence Williams, that's a nice job. He comes back for the catch, and then he turns around and just gets directly north or south.
Half minute to play, 3rd quarter at Orchard Park. Moore on 3rd and 3. It's Beasley, and he looks to have the first down. On forward progress.
Boy, he is right on the marker.
It is a first down for Dallas as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back-to-back turnovers, the Tarpley pick, and then the Williams fumble. Knocked out by Church.
New year, new season.
Are you hugging them while they're making out?
Yes, that is weird. Thank you for saying that.
New Girl premieres Tuesday, January 5th on Fox.
game day in America. Across the country, fans are watching football in a whole new way. You join a league, we pick a team, and we compete like never before. Today, watching football is more exciting than ever. Because today, we FanDuel. Start today and join the millions who've already played FanDuel. Enter the promo code and get a free entry into a 50-50 league. Just finish in the top half to win cash.
I used to have to go in to the auto parts store. Pay too much, never find quite what I'm looking for. Now I just go online to Rock Auto and see all the parts my car will ever need. Lower prices, more parts, more brands. It's so easy to find the right parts fast. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. All the parts your car will ever need. RockAuto.com.
Whatever you do when you travel, do more of it when you stay at Days Inn. Comfy rooms, free Wi-Fi, free healthy options breakfast. Business or pleasure, Days Inn is the best value under the sun. Get the best available rate and Wyndham Rewards bonus points at daysinn.com.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
We head to the fourth quarter at Orchard Park. Rex Ryan's Bills leading the Cowboys by 3.
A little bit of frustration there from Coach Ryan. His team had an opportunity to have the interception, put him in great field position, turn around, give it right back to Dallas.
Cowboys 1st and 10 from midfield as we start the fourth quarter, and this play is blown dead. It's a false start.
False start. Number 70, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Zach Martin. So each of the 3 offensive linemen heading to the Pro Bowl have committed a penalty today.
What are you saying, Kenny? They shouldn't go?
Yeah, they still deserve it. 5 penalties committed by the Cowboys. 1st and 15 from the 45. First NFL start for Kellen Moore, who had a tremendous record, 50-3 at Boise State, the all-time winningest quarterback in NCAA history. Moore over the top. And James Hanna unable to make the catch.
Boy, they almost had another opportunity for the Bills to get an interception off of the deflection. Everything's covered downfield. Again, Kellen Moore scanning down the field, wanting to get the ball vertically down the field, then finds his check down right in front of him. James Hanna can't make the catch, and it pops up in the air again.
Second down and 15. Up the middle, it's Turbin. Robert Turbin found a hole and gains 12.
Such a huge plus for an offense, a 2nd and 15 situation. The confidence to just hand it off to your running back in that situation. We look at some numbers here for the Dallas Cowboys. Darren McFadden just continues this role he's been on the last couple of games, running really, really well.
Brice Butler had those 2 early receptions. 3rd down and 3. Moore's pass is intended for Butler. So the Cowboys will send out the punting unit.
Brice Butler has been his go-to guy all game long. Right there, Manny Lawson closing that one down. That one had to be down in a way.
Jones punting from his 45. And it will be down at the 12-yard line by Jeff Heath. Bills with a 3-point lead.
Big news! The new Sprint LTE Plus network is faster than Verizon and AT&T based on data from the world's foremost authority on independent measurement. To celebrate, we're going to cut some prices in half. Switch to Sprint and save 50% on Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. No gimmicks, no tricks. It's the biggest offer in U.S. wireless history.
What about Verizon?
50% off.
AT&T too?
50% off.
Even T-Mobile?
50% off.
Discount double check!
Every time you see me, you say that. Don't you say anything else?
Let me think.
Discount double check.
Discount double check. No.
Fair enough.
It pays to double check. Save big with State Farm.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Sprint. Switch today and save. By the U.S. Army. And by Burger King. Now get 10 chicken nuggets for $1.49 only at BK.
9-6 lead for the Bills here at Orchard Park. Early fourth quarter. Sean Lee's had a tremendous game for the Cowboys.
He really has. I agree, and it's hard because he's not a pass rusher. And a lot of those Pro Bowl players, a lot of that from the linebacker position is based on your sack numbers. And Sean's not going to have the big sack numbers, but boy, when you talk about tackles, he's been everywhere across the field this afternoon again.
Karlos Williams on first down. Williams close to a first as we check in with Laura.
Kenny, I told you guys the first thing Rex Ryan wanted to talk about at halftime was how many starters were down. He just lost another one right now. Offensive line is down. Rookie guard John Miller. He is questionable with an ankle injury, Kenny.
Replaced by Craig Urbick, number 60. Thanks, Laura. And Miller missed some time with an ankle injury earlier this month. On first down, it's Williams.
I like the play calls by Greg Roman in this situation. Karlos Williams with the fumble the last time the Bills had the ball, coming out and giving him the opportunity to carry it right again. And Rolando McClain, I mean, he's a big physical, athletic linebacker in the middle of that Dallas defense. It's a different defense when Rolando McClain is not in the lineup.
And he was not in the lineup last week against the Jets due to concussion symptoms, returning here today. Second down and 9. Taylor fires downfield. And there is a flag. Watkins, the intended receiver. Brandon Carr defending.
Well, this could be on Sammy Watkins as much as it's on Brandon Carr. I would have just let that one go. I thought that they were both battling for the ball. I like to see him pick this up. Yeah, see, I mean, that's just two guys battling on the outside.
Pass interference, offense number 14. That penalty's declined, resulting in play third down.
You know, they're battling for this on the outside, and nobody's really gaining an advantage. You haven't done anything egregious. It's more of a stumble with Brandon Carr there because of the contact. So I like when they let him play on the outside, and when it's true man-to-man in a deep ball situation, you're going to have situations like that. Just let him play on the outside.
That's the third penalty committed by Watkins. 2 offensive pass interference and the delay of game. Third down and 9. Taylor takes off, but he will be stopped short.
And he's slow to get up. He's taken a beating here today. He's taken some big hits on the sideline, and that's another one right there at the end of that scramble.
Schmidt waiting back at his 14-yard line. Whitehead deep for the Cowboys. Schmidt able to handle that snap. Here's Whitehead. So the Cowboys will have it at their 31-yard line with under 12 minutes to play as Tyrod Taylor was shaken up.
Come on.
Don't drop your phone. Drop your network. Bring your phone to Cricket Wireless. We have more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Dear Jen, this seemed like just the thing for your first Boston Christmas. Love, your in-laws Debbie and Bill.
Jenny, stay strong and warm. Love, Dad.
Get a special discount now at NFLshop.com.
What if Fox put four of TV's best comedies together on one night?
We can't do that, but what if we could?
Oh, yes.
Yes! Yes!
We did.
It's showtime.
The new Fox Tuesday is comedy's biggest night with New Girl, Grandfather, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and The Grinder.
You think that'll work? I know it might.
The new Fox Tuesday premieres January 5th on Fox.
Super Mario Bros. 2 has actually made some pretty serious contributions. This, despite being the quote-unquote...
She's dead. This woman died of boredom.
What?
Man Seeking Woman, an all-new season, Wednesday, January 6th on FXX.
Cowboys will start from their 31. Only one catch for Jason Witten so far today.
He was one of our players to watch. As a young quarterback making your first NFL start, you want a good running game and you want to know where your tight end is, especially when he's the best tight end of his era. I mean, Jason Witten needs to be more involved in this game.
And Moore was looking his way that time. Moore under pressure took a hit from Manny Lawson.
They've kept Kellen Moore pretty clean here today, but not on that one. And I think he was trying to get to Jason Witten, thrown behind him again, but that was impacted by Manny Lawson.
Jason Witten, the 10-time Pro Bowler. 1,014 career receptions. Just one so far today. 2nd and 10. McFadden cuts to the outside, has a first down and more. There is a flag. Corey Graham finally makes the tackle in Bills territory, a gain of 22. But it looks like it's coming back.
Holding, number 13 in the offense. 10-yard penalty, he's still 2nd down.
Lucky Whitehead.
From the wide receiver position, using a wide receiver on a hold is, you don't expect the run to break back your way. All of a sudden, Darren McFadden is going to wind it all the way back. Here's Terrence Williams to the play side. And then Lucky Williams, there's number 13, goes up inside. Now that's not a hold right there, so I think it's 83, not 13.
83 is Terrence Williams, 13 Lucky Whitehead. 2nd down at 11, empty backfield for the Cowboys. To the near side, and a diving catch is made by Williams.
There you go, makes up for the holding penalty.
On offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
But there's another one. So Williams' catch is negated. This Cowboys offense without a touchdown today, only 4 touchdowns their last 4 games combined. 1-9 without Tony Romo as the starter. 3-1 record with Tony. Second down and 21. It's McFadden for a gain of 5.
Well, when you don't have Tony Romo at the quarterback position, all of a sudden your margin for error shrinks. And there's Tony on the sideline today. And you know, here's a testament to him as a leader on this team. This is Christmas weekend. He's got a family back home. Very easy for Tony to, you know, stay at home and spend Christmas time with his family. He's on the road with his teammates, and when that margin for error shrinks, Dallas has not been able to make the critical plays. They've been in virtually every game except the New England game. Even in Green Bay, it was 14-7 in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes to go. So they've been right there, but just haven't been able to make the plays necessary because Tony Romo is very unique at the quarterback spot at extending plays and creating explosive opportunities down the field.
Andy Lawson is the injured Bill.
Andy Lawson was part of that tackle right at the end there. There he is, 91. See if that whole pile comes down on his shoulder. Well, he's got everybody coming down on top of him. I've heard of shaking it off before. That's a little excessive there, Kenny.
Well, we had one of the Cowboys defenders, Byron Jones, last week, who popped his own knee back into place.
I will not even go back and look at that. I read about it. I do not want to see that.
You take his word for it?
I tell you, yeah, I'm going to believe everything that everybody has said.
And now another flag.
Game offense. 17. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Third penalty of this drive committed by Dallas.
Did they get the bump on the play clock? I think that's what Tony's asking. Did they get that play clock bumped after that injury?
Looking over the shoulder of head coach Jason Garrett, with the Cowboys trailing by 3. Third down and 19. Moore over the middle. It's Williams. And Terrence Williams will pick up the first down. Good awareness as to where the sticks were. He needed 19 and gained 22.
Those are just backbreakers for a defense. 3rd and 19. Dallas has helped you out with all their penalties, and it's just a deep in route right there. The play is made by Terrence Williams after the catch. Nice move to dip under and then come out and around to get the yards necessary to convert the first.
4 catches, 62 yards for Williams. Whitehead in motion from the 44. Moore looking for the tight end, Hannah. Graham on the coverage.
A lot of things going on there. You've got Lucky Whitehead coming in motion. You worry about the jet sweep. A little bit of play action fake. You're trying to get it to James Hannah down the field.
Second and 10, 8.5 remaining, fourth quarter. Bills with a 3-point lead. Moore's pass is caught. It's Butler, and it looks like he picks up another Dallas first down, gain of 11.
That's just that's too easy right there for this Bills defense. Has got to be firmer in that situation. That's just a slant route.
From the Buffalo 46. On first down, the handoff to McFadden. And he will gain 2 down to the Bills' 44-yard line.
Got to continue to have that strong running game, allow the play action to be viable to help Kellen Moore out in these situations. But I like the play calling. They've gone to the run game in some unique situations. We saw them go 3rd and 6 to convert for a first, a 2nd and 15. They ran, Scott Linehan called a run play in that scenario before they got into that whole penalty back and forth situation.
Empty backfield, 2nd down and 8. Play clock at 1. Moore backpedaling, and then he throws it out of bounds.
Again, another good decision. Again, going back to that thought process that every once in a while the defense is going to win. Buffalo had won that snap. They had come up with a blitz that was coming free. The protection didn't account for the overload blitzer, and Kellen Moore just had to get rid of it.
Cowboys over 50% today on 3rd down. They are 7 for 13.
But Bills defense has to make a stand here. That 3rd and 19 was a devastating 3rd down conversion to let up another 3rd and long situation here.
Cowboys must get to the 35 for a first down. And they will not. Some miscommunication as Williams stopped on his route.
Options at the top of the route. Terrence Williams runs the curl, and Kellen Moore is throwing the go. Down at the bottom of the screen.
So the Cowboys will punt it away with just over 7 minutes remaining. Powell back deep for the Bills. Jones from his 45. Powell lets it go, and it's down inside the 10 by Danny McCray.
Oh, God, no. Your favorite show is over. You've fallen into a show hole. A part of you has died. Why even have a TV? Then you see it. Amazon Fire TV's vast library of best shows ever. So long, show hole. I've got Fire TV.
To do great things, sometimes you gotta break the rules. The all-new Surface Pro 4. A new pen for new masterpieces. We reinvented the Surface Pro so you can reinvent everything else.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. 0 do-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select models.
To do great things, sometimes you gotta break the rules. The all-new Surface Pro 4. A new screen for new perspectives. We reinvented the Surface Pro so you can reinvent everything else.
Nobody gets you closer to the playoffs than NFL Network.
They are the best team in the NFL.
With the most coverage possible, Hall of Fame analysis, and exclusive access 24/7. Nobody does the playoffs like NFL Network.
Today's game is sponsored by Amazon Fire TV. So long, showhole.
The Buffalo Bills have not beaten a team from the NFC East this year. Lost to the Giants in October, lost to the Eagles and Redskins the last 2 weeks. Leading the Cowboys by 3 as the Bills start from their 8-yard line, and it's Gillislee out across the 10. 6.5 to play. Downstairs to Laura.
Kenny, the Cowboys defense without safety Barry Church. We saw him leaving into the locker room. He's undergoing x-rays right now on his right arm. I'll give you an update as soon as I get one.
Okay, thanks, Laura. Bills still without Starting right guard John Miller. Placed by Craig Urbick, 2nd down and 8. Taylor out of the shotgun. Throws near side, it's Gillislee. Coming up to make the tackle is J.J. Wilcox after a short gain, and Gillislee slow to get up.
Yeah, a little slow getting up after being thrown to the turf. And with Barry Churchill, J.J. Wilcox in that spot, I think it was interesting, you know, what Dallas was, the way they're going to line up with DJ Olatoya at cornerback, and they want to take a look at Byron Jones back at safety. We'll see if that plan still works out with the injuries happening.
Jones is at safety here. 3rd down and 6. Taylor spins away from pressure. Still on his feet. Looking to run for the 1st down. He's got it.
That's great stuff right there. There's 3 Dallas Cowboy defenders that are running back to the huddle right now going, how did I miss that guy? I mean, this is just an incredible individual effort by Tyrod Taylor. Watch. He spins to the outside. Greg Hardy's got him. Nope. Coming back inside. Tyrone Crawford's got him. Nope.
71 is eligible.
That is just an amazing individual effort by Tyrod Taylor.
He's the first Bills quarterback all time to rush for over 500 yards in a season. Now the handoff to Williams on 1st down, and Karlos Williams is out to the 26-yard line, gain of 7.
You look at a play like that, and it allows you to continue this drive. Now, you're always waiting for somebody to create that spark. Did Tyrod Taylor just create that spark for this offense? You look at the clock. We're at 4.5 minutes to go in this game. You force Dallas to start burning some timeouts with the clock if they can keep this run game going and wear this clock down.
We've talked about Kellen Moore, who sat for 3 years in Detroit. Tyrod Taylor backed up Joe Flacco for 4 years in Baltimore. Won a Super Bowl ring. Never started a game until this season, as Williams is wrapped up by Rolando McClain, yard shy of the marker with 4 minutes remaining.
Yeah, some old school football right here. Fullback lead, a little power to the side, and that's just some good contact right there. Rolando McClain, J.J. Wilcox stopping Karlos Williams.
So a huge play coming up. 3rd down and 1 as the Bills look to extend their drive and keep the clock moving. On the 28, it is Williams, and on the 2nd effort, he picks up the 1st down.
Jumping in there and running right behind Craig Urbick, too. You heard John Miller is out with that ankle injury again, so getting in behind the right guard, pushing the pile.
So a big 1st down for the Bills. Timeout has been taken by Dallas, their first, with 3:25 remaining. Jason Garrett, who has now coached more games, regular season and postseason, than Jimmy Johnson. And we'll send it to one of Jimmy's colleagues, Kurt Menefee, for an update on the Falcons and Panthers.
Panther perfection in jeopardy. Shane Graham's 37-yarder gives Atlanta a 4-point lead. 2-minute warning. Carolina needing a touchdown right now at their own 37-yard line. We'll keep you updated. Kenny, Moose, and Laura.
All right, thanks, Kurt.
That might be the shocker of the day. I mean, just a couple weeks ago, it was 38-0 Carolina over Atlanta.
Yep. Here's Gillislee, and he will pick up another Bills 1st down out to the 45. And another timeout taken by the Cowboys, their 2nd, with 3:18 remaining in the 4th.
The bold Nissan Rogue with intuitive all-wheel drive. Because winter needs a hero. Now get 0% financing for up to 60 months on the 2015 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, innovation that excites.
This holiday season, ring in the new year with a bang.
Starting to see pictures, ain't you?
The Los Angeles Times raves it's one of the best films of the year. It's another Quentin Tarantino masterpiece. Amen. The Hateful Eight, rated R.
Okay, the typical bacon cheeseburger is all bacon. But what if you sneak in some serious cheese? Here, Gouda, Gruyere, and Swiss all connect with fresh cooked bacon, and boom! Wendy's new Gouda Bacon Cheeseburger.
And finish it off with bacon fondue.
The golden eagle can spot its prey from more than 2 miles away. Like the eagle, Ryan Arcidiacono always has eyes on another three-pointer. It's a Big East doubleheader. New Year's Eve at noon on FS1, the soul of college hoops.
We just heard from Kurt Menefee. Atlanta with a 4-point lead on the 14-0 Carolina Panthers, who have won their last 18 regular season games dating back to last year.
And you looked at the upcoming schedule, especially what they did to Atlanta just a couple weeks ago at 38-0. You thought there was a strong possibility Carolina was going to be able to pull that off.
Under 2 minutes remaining in Atlanta. 3:18 to play here at Orchard Park. Dallas down to 1 timeout as Taylor will cross midfield and is tackled at the Dallas 49-yard line.
Again, just a little bit of everything from Greg Roman and his offense. And there's a called quarterback run with 2 linemen pulling out in front.
One reports as an eligible receiver. Number 71 is eligible.
These numbers are updated through today, so Tyrod Taylor now second among quarterbacks. Sets a Bills franchise record. Doug Flutie rushed for 476 for Buffalo back in '99. On 2nd and 5, it's Gillislee, and he will pick up a Buffalo first down and more. Gillislee, a 60-yard touchdown run last week, and here he goes for 50.
You lost run support on the left side of your defense. And we've talked about his burst, his breakaway speed. He's had big touchdown runs the last couple weeks. It's just going to be across here and then straight down the sideline. We'll see what happens at the top with Brandon Carr. Kind of leans inside of it, gets that, and then you just got a pile up right there. Byron Jones gets caught up inside. So you lose your edge support. And Mike Gillislee makes you pay with a 50-yard touchdown run.
False start. Number 71 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still do the try.
So Gillislee has 23 carries this season, and 2 of them have been touchdown runs of 60 and 50 yards. And for the Bills, a 92-yard drive, their longest of the season.
Now let's not forget that opportunity that Dallas had to sack Tyrod Taylor back deep in the Bills' end of the field, and just a great individual effort by Tyrod Taylor to not only eliminate the sack, but also convert for the first down.
Carpenter converts the extra point. Bills lead by 10.
Well, Chris Hogan has stayed in the game mentally all day. He had a big drop early on, then they had the interception that I'll put on Tyrod Taylor, but he's the one that secures the block on the outside. Byron Jones comes up inside, poor angle. That allows Mike Gillislee to get to the edge. So good job. I like to see when players have adversity early in the game and they stay in it. They stay with it mentally, wait for that opportunity to help their team get a victory. Chris Hogan does it right there. But here's the play that this is the called run. I mean, these are the things that Greg Roman makes you defend. That's Tyrod Taylor kind of starting a sprint to the right and then cutting back to the left. And he's got 2 pulling guards out in front of him. But again, that play that he extended when he made 3 Dallas Cowboy defenders miss him. I think Greg Hardy's still figuring out how he missed that shot. Tyrone Crawford had a great shot at him. He's an element that drives defensive coordinators crazy because you can do everything right on the play, Rod Marinelli's guys can do everything from an assignment standpoint correctly, and Tyrod Taylor can still make a positive play.
Bills rushed for 240 last week. They have 223 yards on the ground today. Penalty flags as the ball came loose on the return by Whitehead. Bills recover.
During the return, holding, return team number 57. That penalty is declined. First down, Buffalo.
.218 remaining. Bills football. They lead by 10. We check in with Mike Hill.
Undefeated season for the Carolina Panthers in series jeopardy right now. Falcons up 17-13. Cam Newton's pass to Greg Olsen incomplete, but the Carolina Panthers about to get the ball back with just over a minute 30 left.
Here's some corks popping down in South Florida.
The infamous 1972 Dolphin watching party with an interesting twist this year.
Yes.
With Mike Shula, the offensive coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, being involved in the mix.
Well, following the Dallas turnover, Bills get the ball back with 2:18 remaining. This is Williams. And the Cowboys will use their final timeout. Now you look ahead to next week. The Bills, of course, have already been eliminated from playoff contention, but guess who's coming to Orchard Park next Sunday? The New York Jets, who are tied with New England 20 apiece. Pittsburgh's losing. Jets with 9 wins. Steelers have 9 wins. Kansas City leading their game with Cleveland by 4 with 2 minutes remaining. Chiefs with 9 wins. That game could mean everything for the Jets, where Rex Ryan spent the last 6 seasons as their head coach.
But the one thing that Rex Ryan can't do is make it about his relationship in the past with the New York Jets. It's just the final game on their schedule. They need some positive things at the end of this season to start working into 2016. If guys like Eric Wood and some of these players on this team are going to talk about the potential of what can be of 2016, they have to finish 2015 on a positive. And next week is just, it's a game. It's a game that's on the schedule. There's going to be a lot of things that people will write and talk about, but the bigger you make it, the more you play into those other things.
Well, Taylor picks up a first down, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning, which means the Bills will be able to run out the clock on the Cowboys.
Today's game is sponsored by Taco Bell's Crunch Wrap Sliders. 4 full-size flavors, just $1 each.
1, 2, 3. Shout keep working. Gotta get the bills paid. If you focus on what you want, you can have anything. Shawty got the building back there. About to get tuition paid. With a future like that, gotta make sure we educate. Bring the drums in. Exercise now. We gon' sweat out your weed. Get it, Shawty.
Get 50% off select Samsung Galaxy smartphones when you trade in your smartphone and buy a new one. Only at Verizon.
Mornings, we rise, but then we settle. Why are we content to be okay with just okay? Or satisfied with fine? Where is it written that mornings have to be just meh? No, right, there it is. Mornings should be more. The Breakfast Crunch Wrap from Taco Bell. With scrambled eggs, bacon, cheddar cheese, and a hash brown inside, it's more of a meal than a muffin.
My name is Cooper Barrett, and no one ever properly prepares you for your 20s. Until now.
Declined. Declined. This is a Dave & Buster's membership card.
Run that again.
Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life premieres 1 week from tonight on Fox.
Hyundai presents the Because Football Moments of the Week. With 3 Ben Roethlisberger touchdown passes, 1 to Marcus Wheaton, and 2 to Antonio Brown, the Steelers overcame a 14-point halftime deficit last week to beat the Broncos and move up in the race for the AFC playoffs. Great moments happen because football. Brought to you by Hyundai.
Well, not the result that Kellen Moore had hoped to have today. That's a great shot right there. Scott Linehan, kind of his mentor. He was the one that got him to Detroit when he had the opportunity there. Scott Linehan came down to Dallas, and when Kellen Moore was released from the Lions this season, Scott Linehan, one of the first people to call him. So it's all about opportunities. He came out today, had the chance to take all the reps this week as a starter, and his location was a little off today, but I think that spark was still there. He got the guys involved down the field.
Cowboys will host the Redskins in their season finale next Sunday. Coming up, America's Game of the Week. Many of you will see the Packers and the Cardinals, or the Rams and the Seahawks. Great job by our entire crew here in Orchard Park today, led by our producer Barry Landis, director Brian Lilly, associate director Joe Williams, broadcast associate Paul Marmero, our technical producer Sid Drexler, technical director Jared Legrani, crunching the numbers Dave Corus along with Ricky Camps, and our spotter Ben Bowman. So the Buffalo Bills will go to 7-8 with the Jets visiting next Sunday, and the Cowboys will drop to 4-11. Last time Dallas lost as many as 11 games way back in 2002. So the Bills with over 400 yards of offense, 237 on the ground. Following back-to-back defeats to the Eagles and the Redskins, it's their first win against the NFC East this season. So Buffalo still with a chance to get to the 500 mark next Sunday. Big day for Tyrod Taylor, 68 yards on the ground. And Mike Gillislee with the exclamation point for Buffalo, the 50-yard touchdown run. So for Darryl Johnston and Laura Oakman, this is Kenny Albert saying so long to Kurt Menefee and the gang in Los Angeles.
Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.
All right, let's quickly get you down to Miami for a little bonus coverage. The Dolphins trying to come back and knock off the Indianapolis Colts. Indy with a 6-point lead. Miami knocking on the door. Here's Dick Stockton and David Deal.
Tannehill on third down and goal, and his pass incomplete. And a terrific play made by Brice Butler on Jarvis Landry. This game is up for grabs here with 27 seconds left.
Nice tight coverage, is able to beat him to the point. Doesn't let the slant beat him across his face, and bounces back after that big catch that Jarvis Landry had over him.
So this is the 11th play of the drive, and Damian Williams in there. Colts, slim playoff hopes, and now a timeout called by Indy. They have one left. One timeout left for the Indianapolis Colts in this game. The Houston Texans leading 34-0 in the game. Well, I think this is what NFL football is all about, David Deal, and that is the fact that you can be 5-9 and you want to win this game. Frank Gore scored 2 touchdowns. The Colts led at halftime, but the Dolphins came back. Both starting quarterbacks have been hurt. Tannehill has remained in there, but Hasselbeck had to come out for Whitehurst.
He did. Hasselbeck had to come out. Whitehurst comes in. Whitehurst is limping what it looks like a hamstring, so they're unsure of their quarterback position. But this is what has plagued the Indianapolis Colts all season, the inability to put the nail in the coffin and end games and beat football teams.
But it's right here on 4th and goal. And Tannehill is down at the 15-yard line. The 6th sack of the game by the Colts. And it was Langford and T.Y. McGill combining there. And a battered Ryan Tannehill comes off the field. And the last-ditch hope for the Miami Dolphins dissolves.
I don't even have to say anything.
Everything collapsed in front of him.
The biggest thing that you have to know is the snap count. And obviously the offensive line didn't all move. The center snapped it. Cost him the game.
And the Colts take over on downs. Frustrating game, underscoring a frustrating season for the Dolphins, who likely will drop to 5-10. Meanwhile, for the Colts, Robert Mathis right in the middle of it. 6 sacks. Mathis had 1.5. And the Colts win. Meanwhile, Houston is up 34-6. So it's possible right at this moment the Colts are still alive. However, the strength of victory scenario, the tiebreaker on strength of victory, which goes deep and games yet to be played, could determine the Colts' fate later on. But right now the Colts remain alive, and they have won by a score of 18-12. For David Deal and Christina Pink, Dick Stockton saying so long. Now let's go to the State Farm Game Break Show with Kurt Menefee and the boys in Los Angeles.
Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.
Well, America's Game of the Week is just moments away as Aaron Rodgers and company come your way after this. But a big surprise going on around the National Football League as we welcome you to the Game Break Show. Some of you will catch the Rams and the Seahawks in addition to the Arizona Cardinals hosting the Green Bay Packers. As you saw there, though, a big part of this show, the Carolina Panthers, they go down for the first time all year. We'll tell you exactly how that happened as we welcome you to the State Farm Game Break Show. Terry Bradshaw still recovering from surgery, so Michael Strahan and I will take you through the highlights. These guys will talk about the games, and we'll get it all rolling with those Carolina Panthers falling in Atlanta.
All right, there he is, the man with the plan, Cam Newton. And Cam, he keeps it, makes it look easy, runs up the middle for an 8-yard touchdown, and he gives us the daddy-o dab, I guess is what you want to call it. Matt Ryan drops back under a little pressure, moves out to the left, throws it down to Julio Jones. I'm saying Julio Jones for a 70-yard touchdown. Bradshaw's rubbing off of me in the seat. All right, Cam Newton drops back, gets hit, fumbles the ball. Adrian Claiborne recovers, and that is it. That is at the end of the game. Atlanta kneels on it, and they win 20-13 over Carolina.
First time this year, obviously, the Carolina has lost. They go down 20-13. Matt Ryan and the Falcons, maybe their best performance
group effort
of the day. It's kind of one of those days.
Okay.
Let's have him talk to Pam Oliver afterwards.
of both Louisiana and Arkansas. We're not expecting anything that severe here, but we can't rule out maybe a strong thunderstorm or two into the afternoon hours tomorrow. Ahead of this guy, pretty potent area of low pressure. Look at it swirling, bringing snowfall to portions of West Texas near San Angelo, Lubbock. The snow is falling right now. Areas that don't normally see the snow, certainly dealing with that here as we speak. That low pressure system, as mentioned, moving up in our direction and will certainly give us a pretty good rain chances here over the next couple of days. You can see that rain chance high tonight. It's very high tomorrow. You can place your money on that. Showers finally decreasing here tomorrow night, and I think we will go into a much drier pattern here as we head towards Tuesday or Monday night and Tuesday. Your forecast over the next few days, some wild swings in temperatures again tomorrow. Windy and stormy, high near 67. That again will be challenging a record high. Look out for flooding. Look out for rising waters. Much cooler weather arriving here and drier, I'm happy to say, by Tuesday. It's going to be short-lived, though. Another chance of rain midweek. We'll take a look ahead towards a much colder extended. I'll let you know when we could see some snow showers coming up here in about 20 minutes.
Finally getting that winter weather. Thanks, Jeremy. A Marine from Louisville is found dead in New Jersey. Officials with the Burlington County Search and Rescue Team say 28-year-old Tristan Klinger's body was found last night. The team has not released where he was found. Klinger's wife says he disappeared from a military base 1 week ago. He is originally from Louisville, and family members tell WDRB that he still has family in the area. Klinger was a 5-year veteran of the Marine Corps. The semi-driver who caused a historic bridge to collapse is facing charges. 23-year-old Mary Lambright attempted to pass the iron bridge in Paoli on Friday. Her truck was carrying bottled water and weighed about 30 tons. She told police she saw the 6-ton weight limit sign but didn't know how much that was in pounds. Police say Lambright was driving for Louisville Logistics and got her commercial driver's license about 7 months ago. She's cited for reckless operation of a tractor trailer and disregarding posted signs. A local business is letting people hitch a ride on New Year's Eve for free. WDRB's Valerie Chin explains the reason the owner wants to give back.
We got a tractor trailer at 60 and Down Knob.
A semi-truck takes a turn on Down Knob Road in Borden to Indiana 60, and part of it lands in a ditch. Traffic was blocked for hours last week. Midnight Towing in Sellersburg was dispatched.
That happens there a lot. I'd say that probably happens once every week.
Midnight Towing owner Todd Hooker says his towing business is 24/7, and New Year's Eve is no different. While people are partying and drinking, he and his employees are giving back for the 2nd year in a row.
If you feel that you are too, impaired to drive, we will come and pick you up free of charge and take you home to trying to make sure everybody gets home safe.
I've worked, fatality accident wrecks, stuff like that from DUIs, pretty good wrecks, and just rather it means more to get people home safely than people lose their life over it.
To get the free tow and ride home, you have to live in Clark and Floyd counties.
They don't have to worry about leaving their car somewhere and riding a cab and wonder if their car is parked somewhere it shouldn't be, and then it's still getting up being towed.
One person is killed every half hour due to drunk driving. This business is hoping to save lives. Last year, 5 people called for the free tow special. Hooker is hoping awareness will get more people in need to call this year.
Just be safe out there and have fun.
For Midnight Towing's phone number and contact information, head to our website, WDRB.com. In Borden, Indiana, Valerie Chin, WDRB News.
18 local musicians gave up their Sunday night to give back to the community. This was the 2nd year for Warm Up Louisville. The night featured an array of musical performances at the Silver Dollar, and to get in, all you had to do was donate a winter clothing item. The Louisville Musicians Service Coalition collected items like coats, blankets, and socks.
One of the great things about Louisville is we have a bunch of musicians that are supremely talented and artistic, and we're using that resource to gather resources for those in need.
Last year, organizers collected 350 coats. This year, they say they've more than doubled that number. Well, a local basketball star gave kids a reason to smile today. Anas Mahmoud, along with some other Louisville basketball staff, delivered toys to kids at Cosair Children's Hospital. The basketball player gave out race cars, stuffed animals, and even basketballs signed by Mahmoud himself. Fans collected and donated all of the presents through Kyle's Corner for Kids.
When you saw those kids, they don't have that much to do in their situations, and we can just putting the smile on their faces is the most we can do for them. And then it's just a great feeling that we had last year, and I really love that coming back for them, and it's a great experience.
This was Mahmoud's second year visiting the children at Corsair. Well, no money, no problem. The local restaurant that allows you to pay what you can and how well it's doing. Plus, the force is strong with this one, the records the latest Star Wars film has broken and how it could claim even more next month.
Valare chef Josh Moore shares his secrets to making a phenomenal homemade pasta dish. Plus, ways to reduce stress with the help of a simple foam roller. And we'll see if this warm weather will continue into the new year. It's all tomorrow, 5 to 9.
Stop the countdown. It's the year-end sales event at the Kia stores, where every new Kia is discounted up to $8,000 off. Drive home a new 2015 Kia Optima for just $129 per month. Only at the Kia stores.
I'm a fan of these new DQ baked cinnamon pull-aparts. How'd DQ make a breakfast out of only the best part of the cinnamon roll? The first bite is all warm and gooey, but then so is the second. The edges are perfectly baked and drizzled with vanilla glaze, but when I pull it apart, it's like that everywhere. It's like a bunch of middles, hugged tenderly by even more middles. It's like a sweet middle riddle.
The perfect bite in every bite. Introducing the new DQ Baked Cinnamon Pull-Aparts. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hurt in a car accident?
We got you covered.
Hughes & Coleman made it simple.
All you do is call.
Car repairs, medical bills, gone.
The last thing you need now are bills.
I made that call.
Get the team that cares.
Hughes & Coleman took care of it all.
You've got questions, we've got answers.
And let me tell you, experience counts.
We get results.
Who are you gonna call?
What are you waiting for? 800-800-4600.
Who's your lawyer?
Here's to you, little guy.
Here's to you.
Happy New Year.
Here's to you. Here's to you.
And here's to you.
Happy New Year from Kroger.
Large avocados are 99 cents each, and 3-pound packages of Kroger ground beef are $2.49 a pound.
During Watson's After Christmas Sale,
get incredible savings of 40 to 70% on wood stoves, vent-free fireplaces, electric fireplaces, and more. Warm up your home with a Dimplex electric fireplace starting at only $99. Wood stoves from $14.99, vent-free fireplaces from $4.49, and gas logs starting at only $89. Save up to 70% on all remaining 2015 outdoor patio furniture.
Plus, get special financing only at the Watson's Home Store.
Stop the countdown. It's the year-end sales event at the Kia stores, where every new Kia is discounted up to $8,000 off. Drive home a new 2015 Kia Soul for only $99 per month. Only at the Kia stores.
This is a cool concept. A restaurant in the Portland neighborhood lets you pay what you can. WDRB photojournalist Josh Kidd shows us the volunteers who make sure everyone has a meal at the table.
I feel really proud of our neighborhood.
We didn't pick a spot in Louisville to come to. The spot was already picked for us. We've been dreaming and visioning for some kind of Christian community development here for about the last 10 years.
We get here early, around 8:30. We do a lot of prep work in the kitchen, try to keep the dishes cleaned up. There's, people back there cutting up vegetables. Everybody that works here, for the most part, is volunteer. About 11:30, things start picking up.
No honey mustard on the pork potato.
It can get pretty busy.
You come in the door, Kathy usually greets you. Come in, have a great meal. Order out.
We have chicken and pork and soup. All of our food is locally sourced.
The concept of pay what you can is just that. You pay what you can.
People's time is just as important to us as people's money. I wouldn't go anywhere else to volunteer. We have just been blown away at how well it has been received citywide. A lot of people are supporting the vision and the mission of the restaurant. I'm giving back to the community that you can't do somewhere else.
Watching neighbors who really love Portland, very proud of Portland, and they are hosting people well.
Good choice.
The Table Cafe has exceeded our wildest dreams.
You want some more coffee? Everybody has a seat at our table.
We are seeing a bit of a break in the precipitation right now, but that's not going to last. Flash flood watches and warnings have been issued. We're tracking more heavy rain, maybe thunderstorms tomorrow. I'll have a full rundown on what to expect. Your forecast is next.
We're being advised, people are being shot at.
Chaos at Mall St. Matthews. Hear the intense moments as police responded to calls of riots, looting, and gunshots at the local mall. And the Mega Millions jackpot for Tuesday is at $117 million, and Wednesday's Powerball is $300 million.
At the all-new Hyundai of Louisville, save $1,000, $2,000, up to $10 grand. Plus, get 0% financing with zero down. Drive a Hyundai Elantra for $129 per month, or buy it for $14,600. We're the Hyundai car guys. We know cars.
Wendy's and WDRB's Snow Fox have your ticket to winter fun. Buy a 12-ounce Frosty at any participating Wendy's. Use the code word to register for the grand prize that includes tickets to premier area attractions, a party with Snow Fox, and food and drinks from Wendy's. Plus, get money-saving coupons from these sponsors, including Holiday in the City. Get a free 90-minute ice skating session. Louisville, your holiday destination. Wendy's, Snow Fox, and Holiday in the City. Your ticket to winter fun.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. 0 do-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select models.
It's crunch time, holiday shoppers, so check 2 items off your gift list with one great deal from Bluegrass Cellular. Now through January 2nd, buy 1 LG G-Pad for $19.25 a month and get a second LG G-Pad for a penny. Wrap them up with nationwide data plans, and you've got an easy way to connect with family. Here, there, and everywhere. Shop now at BluegrassCellular.com. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
The 3rd annual 'Tis Better to Give toy drive was a success. A special thank you to Charlie Wilsons for helping Snow Fox deliver toys and smiles to Home of the Innocents this year.
The all-new Hyundai of Louisville has great used cars, great prices, and easy credit terms. Our used cars come with our exclusive lifetime warranty. Plus, get our 5-day satisfaction guarantee. Love your used car purchase or bring it back. HyundaiofLouisville.com.
I was in a trade for 30 plus years and never advertised because all of my work was by word of mouth and repeat business. And you don't get that repeat business unless you do a good job. I'm paying it forward. I would recommend Becker Law Office to anybody and have.
Call the Becker Law Office. Just dial 3s.
I'm Adrienne Flores. Join us for the new WDRB News at 11 o'clock, beginning January 11th.
Fights, loitering, and gunshots were just some of the reports police responded to last night at Mall St. Matthews. A 40-minute police radio transmission captures what law enforcement dealt with while trying to clear the mall. Chaos in and around Mall St. Matthews the day after Christmas.
We've got multiple fights, crowds of hundreds. We've got stores going into lockdown, shutting their gates, etc.
The first disturbance happened around 7 p.m. and throughout the night, law enforcement can be heard talking about fights throughout the mall, with crowds of up to 2,000 people.
We're responding to another fight right now by the Victoria's Secret entrance. They're going on all around us.
But it wasn't just fights. Police responded to reports of looting, people jumping on cars, throwing things, and gunshots.
Right over being advised, people are being shot at. Did you hear anything in this corner? Some kid just ran up to us and said some people started shooting. That's negative. I didn't hear anything.
While police say looting and the gunshots are not confirmed, the size of the crowds required assistance from 2 additional police departments and the LMPD helicopter.
Mall security is wanting to push all these people out. I'm trying to get them to wait until we get more people here and on the outside. Absolutely. You tell them that's our SMPD position on this, to do this properly and as safely for everybody concerned.
The police radio traffic was uploaded to Minnesota police clips and authenticated by the St. Matthews Police Department. Once the mall was cleared out, officers followed the juveniles to the Cinemark movie theater and stores across the street at the Shelbyville Road Plaza.
They just take off running for a while, and then they stop, and then they end up coming back into a group. It's hard to tell what they're up to.
Many of them were picked up by TARC buses specifically called in to handle the numbers, and police had control of the situation around 9:30. And we have the full 40-minute police radio transmission up on our website. To hear that, just head to WDRB.com. It's funny, we've had such a crazy December, and before winter came around, I bought snow pants, snow boots to be prepared because of the winter we had last year.
So all the snow lovers tuning in, there you have it. Fallon admits it, she jinxed us all.
I was ready for it.
I know. Well, after the last 2 winters, who can blame you, you know? But it's kind of like, you know, it's usually the way it goes around here. You have a bad one or two, you're due for a milder one. Certainly, we're off to that start. By the way, Fallon, so far this December, we are on track for the 2nd warmest December on record.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. That, in addition to all the rain we've been seeing. Boy, take a look at this. I took the snapshot on my way home from church earlier. This is Little Indian Creek out in Floyd County, and it got very close to covering the roads at one point. And this is a tributary that leads into Indian Creek, which this is what you're looking at here. This photo submitted to the WDRB weather app out of Georgetown. Obviously, the Indian Creek, well, more like a raging river there in that picture. Cindy Lamb took this photograph out at Beargrass Creek out in the St. Matthews area. It looked more like the Ohio River here. And also another photograph of Beargrass Creek way over its banks. This is by Jim Forsting. Most of the area is seeing in excess of 2 to locally better than 3 inches of rain. At the Louisville International Airport officially today, 2.08 inches. That's good for a daily record. And take a look at how much rain has fallen just this past week. Almost 5 inches at the airport. That gives us almost 6 inches for the month. We're now over 61 inches on the year for an annual surplus of about 17 inches, making this the 4th wettest year on record so far. And of course, we'll be adding to that. We're talking about another round of heavy rainfall tomorrow. Maybe some thunderstorms, and as a result, because of all the saturated grounds and all the rain that we're expecting, the Weather Service did issue a flash flood watch that covers everybody for the day tomorrow. Many individual warnings as well along area rivers. That's the Rolling Fork there for Bullitt, Nelson, Hardin, LaRue counties. Also the Blue River above flood stage, the Muscatatuck, the East Fork of the White, portions of the Rough River, and the Green River also above flood stage right now. I do expect additional warnings to be issued here into the day tomorrow. Eventually, we may have to deal with the Ohio by midweek. It's going to crest very close, if not a little bit above flood stage. You can see all the shower activity mainly to the south of Louisville right now. We're kind of in a lull in the precipitation here currently. Not a lot going on. You see this activity south of Louisville lifting towards the north and east. But overall, the rain tonight should be pretty light. But I do expect by morning tomorrow, some of this moisture you see collecting out there for far western portions of Kentucky into West Tennessee. This moves in. That's your problem for your morning commute. Look at all the convection across the lower Mississippi River Valley. Heavy duty thunderstorms. Unfortunately, more severe weather for portions of Arkansas, Louisiana. I think the severe risk here is going to be fairly low, but a few stronger thunderstorms cannot be ruled out tomorrow as this strong area of low pressure pushes in our direction, and it's going to push a pile of moisture. I think widespread, another 1 to 2 inches of rain expected here tomorrow. That'll be enough to cause some problems. Rain likely out the door, could get a break around noon. More showers, more thunderstorms, especially late in the day. I think the rain's going to get very, very heavy. 45 degrees in Louisville right now. Winds are northeast at 9 miles per hour. Look at the tremendous temperature gradient across the area. Eventually, some of that colder weather will work its way towards our area here, but it's going to take a little while. Showers out the door tomorrow morning. Could see a break midday. Look at all the rain. The thunderstorms arriving here as we go throughout the afternoon hours tomorrow. As mentioned, that rain will be heavy. Your forecast tomorrow, 67. That'll challenge a record high tomorrow. Then we'll see falling temperatures and cooler on Tuesday. Dry briefly. Another wet day perhaps Wednesday. Fortunately, that looks light. Cold enough for some snow flurries maybe as we ring in the new year. Finally, Fallon gets to use her winter gear by next weekend.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. And speaking of snow, a state of emergency is declared in New Mexico after a massive snowstorm. A blizzard warning is in place for all of eastern New Mexico after the storm dumped as much as 21 inches of snow in some areas. Snow drifts as high as 8 feet are making roads unsafe. Parts of Interstate 40 are even shut down. The National Guard has been called in to help stranded drivers, and officials say more than 10,000 homes are without power in the area. At least 11 people are dead after deadly tornadoes rip through Texas. Will Carr shows us the scene in Rowlett, Texas, as the state tries to recover and prepare for the potential of even more storms.
It sounded like a freight train coming through.
Devastation across Texas today after several tornadoes, including a powerful EF4, ripped through the northern part of the state.
We still don't know the 100% extent of damage. We've done a primary search last night and a secondary search, but we're going to go back and search each structure to make sure that we don't miss anything.
Crews across the state are focused on cleanup and recovery after battling deadly storms and heavy rains and flooding. If that wasn't enough, the western part of the state facing blizzard conditions.
My message is please stay home. If we need help, we will call you. I promise we'll call for help. We've got all the help we need right now. We don't need extra people around. It really hampers our ability to do our job.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott declaring a state of disaster for 4 counties as the number of people injured continues to rise.
We pray and support those who have lost a family member. We pray and support those who have had their homes destroyed and their lives turned upside down.
It's just sad. It's hard to see all these people's livelihood gone. You know, cars destroyed, flipped over in front of houses, and it's just hard to see. So it's just unbelievable to me.
The heavy storm system's making its way across the country, with Missouri also facing deadly storms and flooding. As the damage continues to be uncovered and the cleanup continues, the state's not out of the woods yet. There are flash flood warnings through Sunday night. In Rowlett, Texas, Will Carr, Fox News.
2 people are dead in Chicago after a police-involved shooting. It happened early yesterday morning near a park on the city's west side. Police say they responded to what they described as a domestic disturbance. Dispatchers say a 19-year-old man and a 56-year-old woman were transported to a hospital after the shooting, where they later died. The mother of the 19-year-old says her son was a college student who is facing challenges.
He was having a mental situation. Sometimes he'll get, a little loud, but not violent. I was just with my son on Christmas. I talked to him. I told him that he had to control his temper, but he wasn't violent.
Chicago police say officers encountered a combative individual when they arrived on scene. The Independent Police Review Authority is investigating. Shots are fired at a mall in Georgia. It happened last night in a suburban Atlanta mall. A group gathered at the mall and then gunshots are heard. It's not yet known if anyone was hurt. Shoppers were forced to evacuate and several stores at the mall were put on lockdown. The city of Bangkok could be underwater in 15 years. That's according to a government report out of Thailand. The report says rising sea levels and sinking land could jeopardize the homes of millions of people. Hundreds of homes in local villages are already completely underwater, where electricity pylons mark where people once lived. Experts warn that with sea levels rising every year, the city could be submerged unless a multi-billion-dollar seawall is built. But the country's National Reform Council says the risk of Bangkok sinking is moderate. 17 miners are still missing after a deadly collapse in China. Since the collapse Friday morning, rescuers have pulled 11 workers to safety and recovered 1 body. Authorities say that further rescue operations will be especially dangerous due to the risk of another collapse. The owner of the mine drowned after jumping into a well in apparent suicide during the rescue efforts. Well, the biggest party of the year is only 2 days away. Final preparations are being made for the New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square. Crews are installing 288 new Waterford crystals on the famous ball. This year's ball is twice the size of the original one, which was replaced in 2008. It stands at 12 feet tall and is a whopping 12,000 pounds with more than 2,500 panels.
The ball is actually here all year round, so if you're visiting New York and Times Square, you can look up One Times Square and see the ball all year long. It's designed actually for all weather, so it's a fantastic display for all year long, and it's lit all year long.
The first New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square was in 1904, but the famous ball didn't make its debut until 1907. Well, is it using some Jedi mind tricks, or is the new addition to the Star Wars series just that good? How Star Wars The Force Awakens is making history and why it could bring in even bigger crowds in January.
Valare chef Josh Moore shares his secrets to making a phenomenal homemade pasta dish. Plus, ways to reduce stress with the help of a simple foam roller. And we'll see if this warm weather will continue into the new year. It's all tomorrow, 5 to 9.
We are really excited about this new newscast, WDRB News at 11. It's going to be new and fresh, exciting, something different. Stories that you haven't seen all day, but you can rest assured that it's the same caliber of journalism, the same storytelling, some of the same faces that you've grown to trust and watch over the years. They're going to be on the show. We hope everybody joins us for WDRB News at 11 because we think you guys are really going to love it.
Turn your loving on and try something crazy good.
Introducing our new Montreal Steak Burger with Montreal Seasoned Steak, topped with our zesty seasoned mayo. It's twice the flavor for half the price.
The official burger of... Kroger believes no one should go hungry. That's why we donate millions of meals all year long.
I made dinner.
In this holiday season, we're donating an additional 30 million meals to families in need. Visit bringinghope-to-the-table.com and help Kroger feed hungry families in our community.
The year-end Blockbuster sales event is on at Oxmoor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where we will match or beat any other dealer's best deal. Lease a new 2016 Jeep Cherokee Latitude, just $229 per month. Or new 2016 Jeep Wrangler Sport lease, just $279 per month. And new 2015 Ram 1500 lease, just $329 per month. Or enjoy 0% APR for 75 months. Over 500 new vehicles available. Save more with year-end pricing at Oxmoor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 4520 Shelbyville Road at oxmoorchrysler.com.
I got what you want, party people. No other bag does late night like I do. Who's hungry?
Got munchies? Crush your cravings with flavor-pounding wings and loaded fries.
The official burger of the Louisville Cardinals.
Nothing will stand in our way.
Star Wars The Force Awakens hits another major milestone today, earning $1 billion in global sales, faster than any other film in history. The movie took only 12 days to hit the $1 billion mark, one day earlier than the previous record holder, Jurassic World. It also broke a record for Christmas Day box office sales, and the film hasn't even opened in China yet, which is the second biggest film market in the world. The latest Star Wars movie is set to open there on January 9th. Well, everyone makes mistakes, but it's this mistake that made international headlines. Now Steve Harvey's having a little fun with his Miss Universe blunder. The comedian and TV host poked fun at his mistake at the pageant with this picture. Harvey posted it on Christmas Day with the caption, Merry Easter, y'all. He recently made news around the world for accidentally naming the wrong contestant as Miss Universe. Can't be to blame. I mean, everyone makes mistakes.
He's going to make the most out of that, I
think. Well, Mike, U of L head into the Music City Bowl.
Cardinals are down in Nashville. They've been there for a couple of days now. They've had a couple of practices and having a little fun tonight, as our John Lewis tells us next.
Wendy's and WDRB's